very small function which was there, so I wanted to do that. So let me now give you something about the pivot table. My file is opened and I'll work on that more. Right, so just remember certain examples of the pivot table and the offset function, and after pivot table I'll do something more. So you can make a table. I'll also make along with you. You can make a table with the following fields. If I write the fields on the screen, I hope they'll be visible to you. So I'll simply write, let me just work on the other sheet. So I have these fields, if you can see. Uh, Voter ID, party affiliation, precinct, age group, when they last voted, and years they have been registered, and ballot status. This is in reference to the elections which are due in US in November, and there is a table regarding that. So I thought of taking that. Right, so you can make a table with these fields. Right, so let me also write along with you. So let me just make it more presentable. Wait a minute. So voter ID could be any number that you want to take. Precinct means the area that you belong to, maybe northeast, or we can have our own definitions. Let's write region, so that we can write age. Last voted. In this you have to write the year when the elections were conducted. So, and the year they have been registered, so we can simply write year of registration. Spelling mistake is there. Okay, so, and then we have the ballot status. All right, so this time I have made it quite big so that it's easily visible, the font size and even the column width and the height. All right, so let's get going. So voter ID, we can say let's have it as 01A. Let me have 01 or 001, 002, 003, and it's again, in any case, it's going to take that value only. Let me just make a small sample with these particular values. Party affiliation, just for the information, I hope you must be knowing there are two main parties, Democrats and Republicans. So we just write in short form Republicans and Demos. Let's write Democrats. So some will be Republican, some will be Democrats. We can write independent as well. Some will be independent, some will be Republican, some will be Demos. If we do that with respect to our country, it can be BJP, Congress, or any other party. Right? And then we have the region. You can say East, West, North, South, and we repeat. And then we have East as well. We have North as well. All right. Age can be a number. It has to be the number only. Beyond a certain limit defined by the government. So, let's say 21. It has to be more than that. It can't be 0. Just keep a check on your own, because these checks will not be given to you in the exam. So we have to be very careful about the checks that we are putting in our mind with respect to the data entry. So let me just write. And even if I put any wrong number, it can be checked through the filtering option also. But just in case, did I put any wrong data, that thing can be checked. Right? Similarly, we have 33, 47, and so on. Last voted, it can be the year. So this will be certainly 2017, 2016, I believe. It may be any year, but it has to be with respect to the election year. Date is not specific, we are only entering the year, so it doesn't really matter what date you are entering. We just want to have the year. So 2008, 2000, 2004, and then you have this as a number. So the data will actually tell you the people who have last voted and when did they last vote, and accordingly the next plan can be introduced. So we have this and we have this. Year of registration, it should be normally, the time, the age when you become eligible to vote, but that may not be always a necessity. Sometimes people don't register for voting. So it will be any year when you decided to register for the voting purpose. Normally, it should be the year when you were born, not born, when you actually became eligible to vote, because your birth date will actually certify your, criteria for voting or not. So there may be a scenario where a person is born later, but he has registered maybe at the age of 30 or at the age of 40. Right? And as a rule, no government can actually force anybody to vote. They can just request and they can promote and they can convince people to come for voting, but they really can't let them do forcibly. So that is the reason we would want to know through this database whatever number of people have voted in the past and whatever number has not voted in the past, so that accordingly we can make a plan to propagate this or convince them or do any other things like educating them or creating more awareness. There could be a guy who is registered in 2020 as well, right? So then we have the ballot registration.